What's up, everybody? Welcome into a Millie Mindset. Today we're going to be doing another Gen Z review. I am Keith, your host, and today we're going to be looking at Britt Jewell, and she's going to talk about why Gen Z is avoiding leadership at work. She actually has a lot of great points in this video, so we're going to be stopping a bit, but I think it's going to be great. Let's check it out.
Well, Gen Z might be the first generation to collectively look burnout dead in the eyes and say, no thanks.
Facts.
Bunch of different rabbit holes that we can go down here, but we're going to stay on target. What we're witnessing isn't laziness. It's actually evolution. And it's the natural next step of society finally waking up to the cost of overextension. For so long, we glamorized burn. We made exhaustion the standard, and we believed that doing more meant being more. It's becoming clear that emotional intelligence is the new currency. Ability to
I think that she's highlighted some very huge points here, especially for any older generation that may be tuning in right now, any boomers or Gen X. Millennials, we were taught, I like to believe that we were taught to work smart and work hard at the same time. But Gen X and boomers, y'all were taught to work hard and put your head down and grind. And I think that's admirable. As somebody that grew up with my parents being that and my grandparents, I thought it was admirable, and it was a trait that I honestly was passed down to me. So I am super grateful about it. But I think that Brit is not lying here. I think that method of continuing to work and continuing to grind and push through, it just doesn't work anymore today. It just does not work. And the reason is because of overstimulation. I know that it's just a buzzword that the young kids throw out there. Trust me, I work with it. I'm a college counselor. I work with these kids all the time, college kids. So I know that it sounds like a lame excuse, but you have to think about it. When y'all were growing up, you had your family, your community, your teams. Like it was much more grounded, I think is the right word. But today, with social media and technology and screens everywhere and everybody's watching you all the time, your brain is working overtime in comparison to back then with y'all, where it was your body was working overtime. So when it comes to these young generations and why they don't want to take these leadership roles, it's because it's about sustaining themselves. It's about sustaining their energy to make sure that they do not burn out.
to regulate your nervous system, know your limits, and lead with awareness instead of adrenaline, that's where the real power is now. Gen Z got there just a little bit faster than we did. It's not to discount everything that prior generations have taught them. They saw the chaos that we normalized and chose differently. They're still ambitious. They're just more aligned about it. They value peace over progress. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. You can actually pull a page out of their book.
I would like to take a moment to talk about a personal philosophy of mine, which is everything has a price though. When I'm working directly with my Gen Z students or any young person that I talk to, and I hear this about prioritizing their peace, I respect it. I'm somebody that's trying to do that now. But you know what's a reality? Bills, responsibility, everything has a price. So that peace has a price too. And that's what the younger generation is not getting. Y'all are still young. So any young Gen Z listening to this, you are young enough where you are still being sustained by your family and by society. You're only a few years away from that running out. And that peace is going to cost you. Yes, it's nice to have your Wi-Fi. Yes, it's nice to have that energy. Yes, it's nice to have all of these nice things that you have. But all these things cost money. Money or time. Prioritizing your peace is cool, but at the end of the day, the world keeps moving and you need to speed up. So when I got especially my seniors or my juniors that be kicking it, hey, you got to get to work. It's not going to be sweet when you get out of here. You're not a kid anymore. You're an adult. Keep playing these games. Keep playing these games, because what I like to call this Gen Z, what I like to call this generation is the brick wall generation. A lot of them are going to learn some really hard lessons when they smash into that brick wall. So what I try to do is keep telling them, like, there's a brick wall right over there. And you better start opening your eyes and changing directions.
To heal, to lead differently, to live differently. You're actually not falling behind. You're catching up on the next phase of human evolution. And this is what it looks like when society starts prioritizing.
I just have to jump in there, Britt. I love the optimistic point of view that you are giving about this. I love it. Where I would counter is evolution still requires survival. Evolution still requires for you to eat, for you to sleep, for you to have shelter, and to have water and food. So I'm just saying that, like, yes, sure. The next stage of evolution, that's beautiful. How many people are going to get to reach it? How many people are going to starve along the way? It's going to be ugly. It's going to be ugly. There's just no way around it. Absolutely not.
And then emotional intelligence is taking the lead over ego. Honestly, I think that's the smartest thing we've done.
I want to counter the last one about emotional intelligence and ego. Emotional intelligence also takes social skills to achieve. I'm sure that some people can come up with some beautiful counters. You could write it in the comments. But in my experience and in my opinion, you need to have some social skills in order to have emotional intelligence. Because if you do not interact with other people physically, if you don't interact with other people in proximity of you, you don't know what's going on. How do you support somebody when you're never around them to begin with? You don't know. You do not know how to socialize. So any young Gen Z listening to this, like, emotional intelligence, peace, all of that is beautiful. But it still takes hard work to get there. It still takes interaction. It still takes community. So everything that Britt is saying, I love it. Again, in a perfect world, I think it'd be great. But this is reality. So for a lot of my students, I just like to tell them, like, hey man, listen, you gotta work hard. There's just no way around it. It's sweet right now. But when you get my age and your hair start falling out and your back starts hurting, we're going to see who's paying those medical bills. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Y'all know, for me, I'm going to keep it a milli, and I'm going to do that till we get to a milli. So we're going to be working hard to tell everybody how we feel about this Gen Z stuff, and I'm interested to hear what y'all think. So I appreciate y'all, and holla. Peace.